Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Monique Dismuke here for New Hollywood magazine, and we have Mr. Pharoah Powell Charles joining us. Pharoah, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Hi, everybody.
Great. Thank you for joining us. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and dig right into the questions. Now, I know that your film company was previously named Pharoah Films, and you
Yes.
just recently changed it to.
For the culture.
And why would you change it to
Well,
for the culture? Because Pharoah Films, I mean, it represents you, it's your name, it embodies you. And so to for the culture, change it to that, what would be the reason?
there's no secret to everybody that there's been sort of, to make a sci-fi nerd joke, a great awakening in the force. I mean, there's been a lot of social upheaval and things like that. And so lots of times been on social media, and I kind of got exposed to a few people there on social media. And so basically a question started being asked. When you're seeking to give some sort of message or art to the masses, so to speak, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this? And so when I self-reflected and asked myself, why am I doing this? And it's like, I'm doing this for the culture. I was born in, I've been a hip hop kid all my life. Okay. And it's the basis of everything. And so for the culture, and that's what it means for me. And it can mean various things to other people, right, like whatever your particular culture is or your thing. But you got to ask yourself, why do I do the things that I'm doing? Why am I a part of this endeavor? What am I trying to accomplish? And that's for me. I was doing it for the culture.
And how long have you been doing this, as far as being in the business, one, and making films, two?
Well, like I said, I'm an original B-boy. I'm talking about like a true B-boy, because I didn't break dance or rap or even DJ, but I'd show up at the party with my own records because I was always in the crate. So I've been a real B-boy, and then I hooked up with some likewise dudes, and we started doing hip-hop with a social message. Okay. I was with a group called The Coup, and we toured and did a lot of things. So I've always been a hip-hop dude for 25 years now.
So before even stepping into the film business, you were already seasoned in the business.
Oh yeah. I was into the music business. Like I said, I toured. I was road manager for a few groups on tours. I did promotions for Def Jam. I did promotions for EMI, Atlantic. Just pretty much Warner Brothers. A lot of major labels.
And what helped you or made you make that transition from music into film?
Well, the whole time I was working in the music business and doing promotion and marketing, I secretly wanted to be in the films, but I didn't know how to go about it.
Okay.
And then I looked up one day and decided just to go for it.
And so what does that look like? How do you just get into it?
On a fluke, I was been working on a couple of music videos, and I knew this dude named Rock who had a station called VJ TV, and he would play them. And so I would go down there to holler at him, and he had another guy with him that one particular day who was talking about he was about to make a movie.
Okay.
Now I ran into dudes over the years who were saying, hey, they were about to make a movie, and I'd always say, well, hey, I'd like to be a part of that. I'll help out or whatever. Right. But this particular dude, Ramesses Head from History in the Making, seemed actually serious. And then he followed up with me because I had a big van at the time, and I was like, yeah, we can use that in the production. He was like, hey, are you for real? And I said, yeah. And so I admitted to him, hey, I really would like to know how to make movies because I got stories to tell. And he was like, hey, work with me on this and I'll show you the ins and outs.
And so a relationship just kind of...
Right place at the right time.
Right.
Out of 100 people I might have met before that who was talking about movies, he was the first guy I met who was serious and actually went and did the movie. A movie is an Oakland underground classic called Town Biz. And I worked on that as a production assistant and learned how to make movies. And then with the help of Damon Hart, who had wrote the script of that, I learned how to write scripts, and I wrote the script to my first movie, Basketball 316. And then all the people that worked on Town Biz, like Ram, Damon Hart, James Rockefeller, Karen Cox, all them, came and then helped me make Basketball 316.
Nice. So everyone kind of supports one another.
Yes.
Awesome. So now,
And you can't do this without support. Like, yeah, you can be the captain of the team, but you need some support. And if you don't got enough support, I mean, be self-reliant, but also it's kind of contradictory. Be self-reliant, but get some people who share your vision.
you need to have a team,
Yeah.
people with like mind. Absolutely. So fast forward now that you are a filmmaker, where do you see filmmaking going, especially with the Trump era that's happening right now? And how do you see that will have a bearing on African American films?
I think Trump is the greatest thing that happened for us, people with passion, because he's bringing out passion on people of all sides. And so a lot of people who were ambivalent about politics. So I come from that era of Public Enemy, KRS-One, Mandela marches,
Social
Rodney
commentary.
King marches. So, you know, everybody in my circle went to jail for some type of civil disobedience, Rodney King, this, that. I mean, you know, so, you know, fight the power is what we listened to.
Right.
So, and now, fast forward all these years later, people in general, black people in general, were pretty much asleep. And then they, you know, and Obama was in office and everybody was walking around with this false illusion everything is good. Now, Trump has come along and people are now woke. Well, when people are woke, when people are angry, and people tap into that, that's when a lot of great artists created.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that is definitely motivation for all of us to move forward with.
Yes.
Now, with such successes as Basketball 316, Phoenix Rising, Fair Chase being one of the most recent to hit distribution and to hit the stores, who do you see as one of your role models that helped you to propel to where you are, that you looked at and you said you wanted to achieve maybe what that person did? Who were one of your role models to help you with the success of some of these movies as you move through them?
I don't really have any. You know, I have...
filmmaker role models that you might have
it's like...
paralleled yourself to at some point?
No, not particularly, because there's been there's been lots of people who have inspirational aspects of their story. Like, for instance, the very first person that I was like, wow, was probably be Spike Lee, when he made School Days, and then when he made, you know, Do the Right Thing. You know, those are some of the greatest movies that I ever saw.
Right.
And
especially
you know,
as a black filmmaker, that was when.
And then Robert Townsend. But then over the years, Spike has done certain things or said certain things where my admiration for him has gone away. You know, so right now, there's, like I said, there's so many that have certain parts of their story inspired me.
Right.
But there hasn't been one I've been like, oh, I want to be that guy. In fact, there's been more who've actually gotten in positions of success and made me want to be like, I want to be successful so I can be everything that guy isn't. You know.
So in some ways, even those people have motivated you to even be better.
Yeah,
Not
like
necessarily better than them in a sense of being better, but coming from a better place, or maybe putting out a better message.
Well, there's been a couple, like some of the more, like on the female side, there's been like Shonda Rhimes, there's Ava DuVernay, and stuff like that. Issa Rae, who are doing work that I just say, wow, I love everything that they do, everything about them. But they're coming from a woman's point of view. On the black man point of view, I've been sorely disappointed in everyone. And I'm not talking about the people like the Will Smiths and Denzels, because even though they produce, they're primarily actors. I'm talking about the people who are the black filmmakers. The couple ones who are in the most prominent position, I feel, are putting out material that is disastrous for black men. You know, they're pushing certain agendas, or they're putting out certain things, and it's just, and all I can say is like, man, I gotta claw my way to the top so I can put some balance in this game.
Right. Definitely. And that's definitely what the game needs right now. We definitely need balance. And so we're always looking.
There's nobody speaking for the regular black man. There's certain people like Tyler Perry speaks for sort of kind of like the guy who gets mad at his wife and he's a lawyer and she's a doctor and he hops out into the Porsche and drives off and they've got this big house and and Lee Daniels speaks for the artsy type guy. They're some type of musician and some like that, but there's nobody who speaks for the regular black man who might be doing extraordinary things.
Until now.
Yes, and that's why I'm here.
Pharoah, Powell Charles.
Yes.
That would be you. Now, as far as advice for upcoming filmmakers or people that might be thinking of getting into filmmaking, what type of advice can you offer to someone that would like to step into this business but is not sure of how to either go about it or what steps to take?
Educate yourself. The knowledge to do this that people used to have to spend $30,000-$40,000 going on film school is actually right there for free. You can go on YouTube and just say how to be a filmmaker and just keep watching all the series of videos that it suggests, and you can literally learn all the technical aspects. And don't forget that this is show business. You can also Google the business aspect and learn most of what you know now. Certain things you can't learn in a book. You got to learn when you get out there. But too many people get out there without even having a fundamental basic knowledge. And that's how you get got. You can't know all the answers, but you can sure know when a question is being asked of you. You might not know exactly, like in the streets. You might not know exactly what the con man is up to, but you can see when there's an angle being played and know to fall back or start watching your back.
Right.
And people jump in without even having that knowledge. But the knowledge that people used to spend thousands of dollars and have to take student loans out is available for you free. And you'll be surprised at the amount of people that I meet who say they want to do this, who don't even take those basic steps to educate themselves on any level.
Right. Well, that's definitely good advice. Now, as far as what you have coming out next, why don't you let us know that? How can we find you on social media? Where can we look for some of your new projects coming out? Or for people that may be interested in getting into your projects and maybe helping, interning, learning some of the ins and outs, if you're available to,
Well, they're gonna. Nobody's gonna work intern for me and come up and then spin off and go make their own money. That ain't happening. No, I'm just playing. My doors are always open. They close a lot faster if you plan. Right. But the door is open.
So when is your new project coming out? Where can people find it? What are your social media?
We have a project that's dropping. It'll probably be already out February 7th called Secrets of Deception.
Okay.
And it'll be available in Walmart's and Best Buys. It'll be available at retailers worldwide and also available online too, Amazon and all that. And that's Secrets of Deception. It was made in we went down to Los Angeles and filmed that. And in my capacity, because I'm also a producer with History in the Making Entertainment. And then we have another film that'll be dropping in a couple months on the Circuit Festival called Fear and Love.
Okay, absolutely.
And then we got 2 films in various stages of production. So we starting off 2017 strong with a new product in stores, another one scheduled to come, and then more.
Well, I definitely congratulate you on that. Now, as far as your social medias, how can people follow you on social media? How can they find you?
Pretty much, if they type in Pharoah Powell, man, just a whole lot of stuff gonna pop up. I mean, you can hit me on Facebook, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on all that good stuff. And if you talk to me, I talk back.
Okay, well, great. Well, it has...
Conversation and communication runs the nation, so,
Well, it has definitely been a pleasure, Mr. Powell Charles. And, it's been a pleasure, and we thank you again. And this is Monique Dismuke in for New Hollywood Magazine. Mr. Pharoah Powell Charles, coming to you soon. Check him out. He's got a lot going on. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And hey, any of you out there that's got the dreams and desires to make movies, hey, go and make one and let me know. I'll be there buying the ticket, first in line.